Hi guys, and welcome to Lead Coding with Vignesh. I'll actually put this. Okay, yeah. So I was actually recording this video previously, but unfortunately the sound didn't come up. It was a Windows bug, and I'm very sorry for the delay in video. So to get started, we'll first read the question as we actually do. So this is the question of the day of 20th March 2022, the 1007th problem, minimum domino rotation for equal row. So basically in a row of dominoes, top of I and bottom of I, which represent the top and bottom halves of the I domino. So a domino is actually a tile with two numbers from 1 to 6, one on each half of the tile. So we may rotate the ith domino so that the top of I and bottom of I swap values. Return the minimum number of rotation so that all the values in tops are the same or all the values in the bottom are the same. If it cannot be done, return -1. So I would actually request you all to pause the video for 2 minutes and understand the problem statement before we proceed. So since I have read the question, I'll just move forward and explain you what we are asked for. So what we are asked in this question. So the first and the foremost important thing we are asked is, can we make the entire top or bottom value same for any one value in 1 to 6, both inclusive. So explaining this in an easier language, I would say that we have to make either top or bottom same. So हमें दोनों को top या bottom एक को same बनाना है for any value in between 1 to 6. And if if possible, if it is possible to make it the same, then we need to return the minimum of number of swaps to actually make it the same. Then the minimum swap between top count and bottom count to make it the same. If it is not possible, we return -1. So the general observation from whatever we have been asked for is, we find out that any ith element. So I would write observation, any ith element should consist of the size of top and bottom. So top and bottom should be equal, and it should be coming in so many number of times. So for example, if out here the top's value is, the number of elements in top is 6, we find out like the 2 is the final answer, as you can see in this test case. So it has 2 has come that many number of times, so 2. And then in the first index, 2 has either come in top or bottom, so 2 again here, then 2 has come here, then here. So 6 number of times. So any atlas should consist of the size of top and bottom. So that is the most general observation we have made. So the remaining part, I think, as we proceed, since this is a very easy medium problem, I think proceeding with the part, and as we code along, I'll try to explain you better. So the basic condition was, if top dot size not equal to bottom dot size, then return -1. So we know that since it is not at all equal, then we return -1. And so the next step, what I do is actually check the return parameter. So the return parameter is int. So I declare an int answer. And do I need to initialize it with a value? Yes, I need to initialize it with a value. So I initialize it with a value of int max. So the reason why I initialize it with value of int max is because I need the minimum number of swaps. So somewhere I believe that I'll be using min, and so I actually initialize it with an int max. And then I just take the size of either the top or bottom, since both of them are equal. So now we need to arrive at our ith element. So the ith element can be anything between 1 to 6, both inclusive. So the best way to arrive to an ith element and check in each possible condition is, as you all know, for loop. So for int I equal to 1, I less than 7. So it is inclusive of 6. So you can write it as less than or equal to 6, or I less than 7, I plus plus. So once that is done, I open a for loop and I actually create three elements in total equal to 0. So total is basically checking if I has come that many number of times in either top or bottom. Then int top count equal to 0 and int bottom count equal to 0. So top count and bottom count will tell you how many swaps you actually need in top or bottom. So then I run a for loop for int j equal to 0, j less than n, and j plus plus. So once you do that, you come to this the main most important conditions of the code. So the condition of the code is, first and foremost, check if top top or bottom come these many number of times. So I have to get the number of totals. So if tops of j equal to I, or bottom of j equal to I, then I do total plus plus. Then if tops of j equal to I, sorry, not equal to I, so I need the number of swaps required in top. So not equal to I, then I do top count plus plus. And likewise I do it for the bottom also. So bottom of j not equal to I do bottom count plus plus. So now that I have all my calculations, calculative part ready, now I need to perform those calculations to get the output. So the first and foremost was to actually check if the total is same. So if total equal to n, then I can say that my answer should be the minimum of the current answer, or minimum of top count comma bottom count. So as you all know, in question we need to actually check only at one position if it is possible. So as you can see in this test case, we swap at index 1 and 3. So basically we swap 1 and 2 and 4 and 2 to make it full of 2's. So basically I only do it at top or at the bottom. I don't need to do it at both the paths. So to not do it at both the paths, so basically I do min of ANS comma min of top count and bottom count. I hope this is self-explanatory, and if you have any doubts, you can just put them in the comment section. So now that I'm done, I can just simply return ANS. But here is the catch. There is a condition where I can return -1. And that is if at all it is not possible, as you can see in this test case. So if it is not possible, I know that the answer will be int max, and probably I'll just run it for you to see, and maybe the first test case should pass. Okay, there is an error. Okay, I have given the wrong name, so that is something bad on my part. So okay, this should be fine. Uh, okay, sorry. So I realized, like, even bottoms, I have made it bottom. So let me change it on all places. It's gonna take a while. I'm sorry. Uh, so these are all silly mistakes, and I hope these get debugged automatically once you start running the code. So I think this should work now. So as you can see, the first test case is accepted, but the second test case won't be accepted since it will give us a int max answer. Just let us see if what I'm saying is correct or not. So as you can see, this is this huge number which is coming, whereas the answer should be -1. So there is just one thing to do, int max, and I check if it is equal, then I put -1, else I return ans. So not going to run this again. I'm assuming the last final statement is correct, so I'll just submit and see if it actually works. So you can see that it works, and as you can see, maybe LeetCode's runtime, when I ran it previously for the same memory value, the runtime differs. So let us actually go and see to this solution, and just to show you about the LeetCode's runtime, if at all anything, and I think it is pretty much the same logic which is being applied here and here. There's no much difference, and you can, as you can all see, that this is what LeetCode's runtime is. So thank you, and do like, share, and subscribe in case you found this useful. Thank you.